Prepper Basics, Urban High-Rise Survival. This is Throttle Up Prepper. Prepper Basics, Urban High-Rise Survival. This is Throttle Up Prepper. I'm your host, Jeff. Hey, thanks for all the new subscribers and old subscribers as well. And if you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe, and please click like on these videos. And if you don't really like it that much, just go ahead. It's all right. It'll help me out, make me feel good. It's better than taking medication, just saying. Also, we got a website, in case you haven't heard. It's throttleupprepper.com. Please make sure you stop by and tweet these things out. The blog posts, when I do them, been a little slack lately, but also tweet out these videos. It would help immensely, and I would appreciate it. So what are we talking about today? Urban high-rise survival, kind of inspired by the recent tragedy in London, that apartment building fire that has killed so many and injured so many more. Some great stories of, survival coming out of it, but mostly just tragedy. So far, from what I'm hearing, nobody's suspecting terrorism or foul play. Hopefully that's the case, and it's just nothing more than a tragic accident that happened. But it got me to thinking, and I don't live in an urban environment. I never really have. I've got family that live in large cities. I've had friends that have lived in large cities. But it did get me to thinking about a couple of things that may be helpful for you if you live in an urban environment or you have friends or family that do, just to try to do what we can to look out for one another. Step one, in my mind, they had mentioned that the smoke alarms and the sprinkler systems didn't appear to be working. If you're living in a place that's a high-rise, multiple units building, whether it's a condominium that you own or an apartment that you rent, you're paying monthly dues or monthly rent to somebody. Ask questions, mark it on your calendar, find out when the annual inspections are scheduled, and make sure you're home that day. Walk around, see what's happening, make sure that things are being checked, things are being tested, and that things work. And if they don't, one of two things. You either got to get very vocal and make sure that these things are getting done, or it may be time for you to find a new place to live. Also, make sure you have a fire extinguisher or two in your unit. That way, if a fire breaks out in your unit or on your floor, you can do what you can do to mitigate the damage. Also, it may knock down some flames so you can get to an escape route. They also mentioned that it appeared as though stairwells were blocked. Now, if that's true, I'm not sure how foul play and terrorism don't come into play, but that's not for me to know or understand or judge at this point. We don't know. But every once in a while, and it's great, because I got a Prepper Fitness Challenge coming up that hopefully you'll participate in. Take the stairs once in a while. And if you live on a 10 floors up, 20 floors up, and you don't want to be climbing up the stairs, that's cool. It's easy to go down the stairs. Once in a while, take the stairs down on the way out. Make sure there's no obstructions. Make sure doors open and you can get out. And finally, the last bit of information that I think could be helpful and could possibly have saved some lives is invest a few dollars in your own personal safety. What am I talking about? Get on Amazon.com. I found some. I'll put it in the description, a link. But a fire escape ladder. It's basically a ladder that hooks onto your windowsill, and you know, you can throw it out. It's, you know, rope, chain, there's all different types, but it's basically a ladder. I've seen them as short as 13 feet to about 50 feet, which is great if you're in a, you know, a 5-6 story building. Much beyond that, I don't know if they make them that much longer. But here's what you could do, is have an appropriate length of heavy gauge rope that you can attach to the end of the ladder. So in the event of an emergency, you can open your window or break out a window, attach this thing, throw it out, climb down as far as you can, hopefully to safety. Or if you get to the end, you've got your length of rope and a secure carabiner or whatever method of attachment, attach it and rappel the rest of the way. Anything is better than leaping to your death or burning to death. Just some ideas, just some thoughts. No judgment. I'm not, you know, my heart goes out to the victims, and my prayers go out to the family of the victims and loved ones. I can't imagine having to endure such a tragedy. But this is just me looking at the tragedy and thinking, what can we learn from this that we as preppers can apply to our situation to hopefully avoid the same fate moving forward, whether it's a terrible accident or a terror attack or something else. Listen, it is time for all of us to get prepared for whatever comes our way. Until next time, God bless and be safe.